Hey guys, what's up? Today is Friday. Just came from the doctor. Hopefully everything goes okay with my appointment. Hopefully I'll know by Monday to know what's the stance of everything that's going on with me. But anyways, that's not why I'm on here. I'm on here because I want to make a quick video because I've noticed that I've seen quite a few videos on YouTube in concern of some of the mommies that's on YouTube, particularly some that are younger with large numbers of children. One that I've seen quite a few videos on, and I feel like I can just put a little bit of 2 cents in here, just a little bit. I'm just going to give you just a little bit, okay? Not too much, just a little bit. Now, I'm not no pro. I ain't no pro. But I will say just a little bit, just so that maybe you all can understand a little bit about what could be possibly going on, with Strong Mommy Chrissy. Now, first, I like to say that she has all beautiful children. 9 kids is a blessing. Some people can't even have any of them. As you know, I'm pregnant with my 9th child. It is a girl, so I have 7 boys and 2 girls, finally. But here's the thing. I noticed that the videos are possibly and do include some of her parenting skills, some of the choices that she's making, her character, and all those things wrapped into one big ball, her business, all those things wrapped into one big ball. Now, what I want to say is, for some of the reactors to understand, and they might be mommies as well, or mothers as well, or whatever you want to call them, for some of the onlookers, whoever it is, I just want to say that when you are young and you have children, excuse me, devil is a liar. When you're young and you have children, it seems like you miss a large portion of your life. And I feel like I can contest to this because in my younger days, I love being a mommy. I've always loved being a mother. That's one of the greatest accomplishments that I've accomplished. I have some very successful children. And then I have those that I need to keep my foot on their neck. But in my younger days, and now I could speak on it because I am in my mature days, that I made a lot of decisions that I probably shouldn't have made. When you have a lot of children and you're young and you kind of grow with those kids, at some point in your life you feel like, what about me? You feel like you've lost a lot as far as yourself, not necessarily financially or anything like that, but you feel like you've lost yourself because you give so much of yourself. Dealing with a lot of kids with different personalities and characteristics and things of that sort can be a job. Just like a teacher. You got to deal with all them different children and all that. It's a job. You love your job, but it can be challenging. It really can. So as you grow with those children and being young, you feel like you've missed out on things. And when you miss out on things, sometimes we try to catch up with time. And in catching up with time, because we missed out on certain things, whether it was running men, going to the club, drinking, smoking, doing drugs, vacationing, career-wise, going to college, whatever the things that we missed out on, between the ages, I'll say, of 25 and 30, you begin to reflect like, damn, I didn't do this. I didn't do this. I did this, but I wish I could have done that. So you begin to feel neglected at some point. Self-neglect. Not necessarily neglected by anybody else, but self-neglect. What happens to you when that happens? You begin to try to catch up on time. Different things. You want to love yourself. You want to enjoy yourself. You start seeing everybody around you, everybody making moves. And, you know, they're successful in their own right. But you see everybody, they're happy with their relationships. People are having fun. And the only thing I got is these children. I love my children. I'm here for my children. But this is pretty much all that I have. Besides whatever, else I have going on. What about me? When you get that what about me mentality, sometimes it can cause you to make some drastic decisions that you probably would not have made if you were really thinking things through. So with Strong Mommy Chrissy, she has a lot of children. I have a lot of children as well, but I am older. You want to meet people, because being around children 24 hours a day just won't work, ladies. It just won't work. Let's be realistic. That doesn't mean make bad decisions, but at the same time, you cannot be around your children 24 hours a day and hear nothing but children talk. That was one of my problems. Not problems, but that was one of my concerns when I was younger. It's like I gave and gave to my children. I was at every award. I was at every meeting, everything, every graduation, everything. And I started feeling kind of self-neglected a little bit. So in this case, she went out with her girls. Probably didn't make the best decision when she went out with her girls. Whatever it was that she did, whether it was hang off the roof or do some drugs, whatever it was or could have been, it probably wasn't the best move. I'm sure it wasn't the best move. Okay? But you live and you learn. At this age or her age, late in the game, you probably should have learned it a long time ago. But sometimes we try to catch up on our youth. And I know doing drugs is not part of our youth, but it's something that does transpire when you're peer pressured and things like that in your younger days or your teenage or early 20s. But maybe she feels like she's missed out on a lot of things. Okay? She wants to date, obviously. I don't recommend, but that's just me because I'm scary. I don't have time to play with people. I can't get on no dating websites. I'm not saying people can't do it. That's just not me. I'm a person that watch ID. I watch Snapped. I watch all of it. Okay, 48 hours. I watch everything. First 48, the whole thing. I don't have time to play with people. I'm not going to meet you and you're going to take my life. And I have 9 children, going to be 9 children, and I have elderly parents. It just won't work. But see, because I'm licensed. And see, I'm licensed to hurt somebody. You understand what I'm saying? So you're not going to get me. You're not going to get me. And then if I know I'm going to try to get you, and then I'm going to end up in jail. But that's a whole nother story. The whole point of the matter is that sometimes when you miss out on things, you make that bad decisions. We see those reflected in some of her actions. Okay? It's good for the reactors to have material and to comment and to say whatever they need to say about it. A lot of them, the things that are said in the commentary itself is funny and hilarious to me. How some people deliver their content, it's funny. And we all have to laugh about certain things. But we have to remember, these are young women that are coming out of their 20s, that are coming out of their teens, that have dedicated, and I'm talking specifically about Strong Mommy Chrissy, herself to taking care of kids. So she is looking for some me time. Now, that may mean that she's not going to be making all the best decisions about me time. Going out with the girls, going out with that, doing all this, that, and the other, meeting people. What I would recommend is that you keep that on the low. You understand what I'm saying? If you out there and you on Plenty of Fish or whatever is being said that you're on, I don't divulge that much into other people's stuff or at all. I'm not a person to be in other people's business. But if I see something, I'm just going to say, pull your coat or your skirt, show you your slip is hanging a little bit. And you know what I'm saying? Here you go. If you out there dating Strong Mommy Chrissy and you're doing your thing, whatever that may be, you do that on the slide. You don't want anybody to be able to react to your life. Because you know what? By the reactors reacting to your life, which is legitimate now because you put it on the internet, it caused you to react in an out of character type of way. And I used to be a fireball. You say something about me, boom, that's it. I'm ready to be a fireball. But I learned that that's not the way. Girl, you out here getting your money. If you get your money. You out here getting your money. You got business ventures that you're trying to do. Go do that. Go do that. Talk to us about that. Talk to everybody about that. I'm just an onlooker at this point. I'm a new YouTuber. I'm not new to YouTube. But sometimes we got to step back. Let's give Strong Mommy Chrissy a step back on this one, y'all. Now I know some folks have been going in on her, but let's give her a little step back. Because one thing I do know, one thing for sure, certain, and 2 things for sure, is that we've all made mistakes. I don't care what reactor you don't hear and start reacting and speaking about somebody else's life and giving commentary about somebody else's life. We've all been through something. We all have a story. And if somebody tell you they don't have a story, they lying. Okay? So, Strong Mommy Chrissy could be trying to make up on time, having a lot of children, put you in a position where you feel self-neglected sometimes. You feel overly fulfilled because you have helped your children. You're doing what you have to do with your children, but sometimes you feel self-neglected, like, damn, I really don't have nobody to comfort me. Because as a mother, you're a protector, you're a provider, you're a comforter, you're a psychiatrist, you're a psychologist, whatever it is. You are a mind reader, you're a problem solver, you're all these different things to all these different children. But then at the end of the day, you're like, what am I to myself? You understand what I'm saying? What am I to myself? And sometimes we make wrong decisions based on, I need to do this for me. It's time for me. I need to enjoy myself. We've all made decisions in our life, but that's one of them that you could make when you have a lot of children and you feel self-neglected. So y'all, let's give her just a little light up. Let's just give her just a little, you know what I'm saying? Just a little bit. Let's just go easy on her just a little bit. That's all I'm saying. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Again, being that I have going on 9 children, my oldest son will be 25 years old. I've made my own wrong decisions. We've all made mistakes. We learn from them. Only thing I can say is that we got to be more careful. We got to be more careful. You understand? We got to be careful out here. We do. That's all I got to say. Y'all, lay low on Strong Mommy Chrissy. She's going to look back. She's going to look at her videos. Time brings about a change. And she could be like, damn, why did I do that? We all make mistakes. Unfortunately, when you make a mistake on camera and you put it out to the world, that's something that you can't take back. So let's go light on Strong Mommy Chrissy. Okay? If we're trying to catch up on some years that we lost or some things that we lost when we felt self-neglected, we make bad decisions. Let her go. Let's let her live. Let's get our feet off our neck. Okay? That's all I got to say. Love y'all. Talk to y'all later.